This is Breeze FM and it's Culture Ncube with Leslie Piri on 91.2 FM. That's Morning or Tunya, the Victoria Falls Breakfast Show. This is the most exciting part of the day, which is Mambara of the day. But before we start, since people don't understand what a rant space is, the views and opinions expressed in this show by this random comedian in our studio are not those of Breeze FM and do not necessarily reflect the official policy or position of any opposition leaders, MPs, or the Zimbabwean government. Examples of analysis performed within this show are only Carl's warped opinions and fantasies, like those of bullet trains, for instance. They should not be utilized in real-world arguments or Facebook chats or even products that, as they are based on very limited and exaggerated random information. Assumptions made or feelings caught within the analysis and statements are reflective of your own prejudice, failure to get the humor, or just hating or trolling position of any Zimbabwean government is purely just coincidental. Anyway, the Mambara of the day. Okay, since I can't talk about Highlanders, who are really the true Mambaras with their Mambara kit, the Juventus kit, we're just going to give them an honorable mention today and just say, I'm not going to be supporting Highlanders until they actually address the issue of that kit, or maybe go back to their training kit. But anyway, this is not a Highlanders issue. Today, it's Visa Bay, who's Mambara of the day. You see what I did there? It kind of rhymes. Anyway, so Visa Bay comes from the school of online media that Olinda Chapel went to, who have popularized the idea of crying online to gain public sympathy in order to raise money for a cause that people don't really care about. It's not like Robert Mugabe is still in power and you'd be afraid to come back home. Listen, Visa Bay, even if you are deported to come back to Zimbabwe, slaying is paying in Zimbabwe. You should ask a lot of slay queens that we have in Zimbabwe. I'm just saying, listen, her life was pretty awesome. I think we watched Facebook and Instagram. It was pretty amazing. I mean, some of the things that were in her pictures, the amount of money that she was looking at raising, she could have just raised that by just taking off some of her nails, or even the extensions that she had, or even the bed that she was sitting on, or even the champagne that she was drinking. I can't imagine how she didn't have enough money to raise in order to get this visa done. So she needed about $2,000, but the crying video, obviously from the Olinda Chapel School of Crying, managed to raise her something like 4,000 pounds in 13 hours, okay? People dropping my $10. It was incredible. But anyway, all I'm saying is that she's still kind of, I still think she's cute looking and whatever. And she's got a huge career in social media drama. She can always just bring up some social media drama and raise money for a charitable cause. It's working really well for Olinda at the moment. All I'm saying is that this Mambara of the day is Visa Bay. I don't even know her name, so please tell me what her name is. I think she's like Rutendo something. Rutendo something. Rutendo, you are Carl Joshua Ncube's Mambara of the day. Love you though. I think you're awesome. Mambara of the day. Don't catch feelings. I gave you a disclaimer. If you know what a disclaimer is.
Just to give people background on Visa Pay. So this Visa Pay is some lady in the UK. So yes. She goes the parents in the UK, they stay there, and she's always seen on Instagram flashing, wearing designer clothes and all sorts of stuff. And then the Home Affairs in the UK tell her, look, sis, your visa is expiring.
Go back home.
And she has no cent on herself. But she's always on Instagram posting pictures, wearing designer clothes, living that flashy lifestyle.
She had no blesser in sight.
She had
not even one blesser. There was a possibility of just having it. I was like, where are the blessers in this world? What has happened to the blessers in this world? Are they no longer there? Even when I looked at the donations, right? Mm-hmm. At the donation, it was people just putting £10. There wasn't even one blesser or 500.
No, but amazing that she wanted about 2 point something.
Yeah, and then she raised,
pounds, and she's on 4,000.
4,000 pounds. But you see this
to do with the deficit though.
Go back to Instagram and start forcing again. I think that's what's going to happen. Or she's gonna buy a VIP visa. Maybe she should get 2 visas. Because I noticed there were also pictures of the boyfriend as well. Maybe I don't know. He might need.
I'm told. I saw a comment. Someone saying that the boyfriend is when
and Zimbabweans. Zimbabweans got no chill. They'll bring in your family. And you saw what they did with Olinda. Now they'll bring in the family. The boyfriend who was now in all of the pictures now being brought into this whole issue. But Listen, guys, my head go manje, like everybody. But this is what I keep coming back to. Why was there no blesser who put in like a huge amount of money? Namatinto, it was almost like they were just buying a Savannahs in the bar and no one was buying champagne.
The moral of the story, never see what you see on Facebook and think it's true.
Yeah, don't envy it.
Don't envy Facebook. Don't envy Slay Queens.
Yeah, and don't envy culture when you see all the beautiful food that I cook. They are just pictures, and it's not the real thing. All this eating in restaurants, and what? Check my bank account. I'll give you my EcoCash balance. If I was to get deported from Victoria Falls, Carl can't even pay his rent, and but every day I'm a prawns, lama octopus, and whatever it is, and meeting up with people like in bars and drinking everywhere, and all this time, Carl,
good people, that was our Mambara of the day. This one, I think we agree, Carl. Ruchedo is a Mambara.
Yeah, she's a Mambara.
She's not scamming people, though.
You see, we can't categorically say, but the way that things have worked out, she's been now on television. Now we know who she is. I didn't even know who she was.
No, she's gained the traction that she was.
I know, and you know what I find funny about Zimbabweans? Let me tell you something, Zimbabwe. From the bottom of my heart, this behavior of just making people famous for nothing, right? You are going to have an award ceremony where it's just going to be people who are famous simply for being on Facebook Live. Like, they've got no talent, no skill, there's no... I mean, like, okay, she's okay, she's a model. I think there's some form of talent. But when you get into the Olinda, I don't know what the talent is. Is it...
Okay. We're still on return.
Yeah, I know, but I'm saying we're just going to have all of these people. Because now, there's now people dancing naked on social media, getting famous like that, but they don't, there's just nothing. And I feel, and this is just a parting shot before we go. You see, Zimbabweans on social media, you raised this child called social media without any principles or morals. And you did this for decades, and you allowed it to happen for decades, and now it's biting you in the ass. And I'm sorry, in the bum. Sorry, and I'm gonna get fired. But I put that disclaimer before. But it's now biting you in the bum, right? And now you don't know how to control it. And now you're trying to control it, but you'll never control it. You raise this child badly, and you deserve everything that's coming at you. And it's gonna get worse. I mean, I've just been in some of the groups. I'm not even gonna mention them. And it is hectic in there. It's about to filter out of the groups.
Just a quick one, Carl. Today it's a Friday after.
Yeah, it's a Friday.
Talking about social media.
Yeah.
Unplugged.
Yes.
What nonsense was that?
Yeah, so here's another issue that I'm having again with Zimbabwe. Zimbabweans are the most